Welcome back to a new video, guys. Today, the search for a new Amazon FBA product or products. I love the idea of expanding a product into a product line, and launching a true brand. You guys know I love that. And we are going to continue our search today. We're going to leverage Alibaba.com's Elite Partner event, and we're going to be taking a look at a company that I'm excited to talk about today, and it is Sama. Now, they are a leading manufacturer on a global scale of computer parts, more than that, parts, accessories, etc. But to me, this really resonated because, man, I built my first computer back in high school, and it's something that has been kind of near and dear to my heart, a passion of mine for a long time. Me and one of my closest friends, we still build computers together to this day. However, I'm more software side now. He's more hardware side. So now I kind of lean on him for his expertise. But back in the day when I built my first one, I ended up going to a bunch of my friends' houses and convincing them to build a computer as well, kind of using mine as a blueprint, and got a bunch of experience. And this is something that I'm excited to look into to see what kind of opportunities out there. And plus, this stuff has been selling extremely well, at least for the last 2 years, because I upgraded my computer in the last 2 years, so I know firsthand. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna look at Sama. Let's get started. I really strongly believe in the principle that if we want to be successful selling things, in person or online, I prefer online in this case, we should be selling things people want to buy. I know it's stating the obvious, but we always need a refresher. At least I do. All right. And in today's video, like I said, I have some personal expertise and experience in this realm, but I know these are highly sought after, to the extent where even the Amazon data, when I was prepping it before this video, because I always like to get some insights from the world's biggest e-commerce marketplace, it wasn't even really painting a full picture for some of these products. I think because they're just sold out in a lot of cases. That's how highly sought after some of the products that we're going to be able to source and have Sama manufacture for us. So I'm excited to take a look at this. But again, we are starting at the Alibaba.com Elite Partner event. So they've pre-vetted a bunch of suppliers, and we actually have a ton of options as far as products that we can research. And in this video specifically, we're going to take a look at probably one of my favorite suppliers, Sama. Why don't we start with a quick company profile before we go digging into their product catalog and see what holds the most potential for us to potentially sell. So they have over 18 years experience as a leading high-tech brand in PC cases and power supplies specifically. They have a huge factory with really high production capacity, 14 production lines, and over 100 patents in this space. And that's why, I've said this in previous videos, guys, but oftentimes when you launch a single product, your supplier for that product has expertise in that area and makes it really easy to expand launching one product into an entire line. So I love the potential here within the tech space if we work with Sama. So logistics, they offer 30-day or less lead time. And when your products are ready for pickup, easily over 10 shipping agencies can assist you with getting them imported. As far as research and design, they have an in-house R&D team and over 30 experienced engineers that basically have your back. And as far as their clientele goes, without going into specifics, they've manufactured for numerous big international successful brands. And what's great is we can potentially get up to a 10% off discount during the Alibaba.com Elite Partner event. So now let's go jump on over to their page and check out their catalog. So this is Sama's Alibaba.com page as a part of the Elite Partner event. I will, of course, drop links to everything in the description in case you want to check it out on your own. But here you can see we've already done a little bit of a profile on them as a company. You can see some of their products from their product catalog here. I know that there's a lot of popularity here, and as far as large desktop computer towers that can hold one or multiple graphics cards, especially with crypto mining being so popular these days. And if you're really going for crypto mining, you may even forego a case and just kind of stack the cards next to each other and whatnot. The LED fans, people are huge fans of, especially when the towers include those transparent windows on the side. Of course, you're going to need power supplies as well. I actually think that my current computer, I was trying to confirm it before I recorded this, but can't find the list of parts that I actually put in this computer. I know it's ridiculous. I'm going to find it right after I record this probably. I think this is the power supply that I'm using in my current computer that I'm recording this video on right now. So yeah, that shows just how much I believe in their product. So actually, I think I have a 1,000-watt power supply. And actually, I think we're going to look at a 1,000-watt power supply. I think the middle one right here is what we're going to take a look at. You can see a profile on their factory and some of their team as well on the page here. So you can see massive, massive factory, big production capacity as well. So they got a lot going on. I mean, this is the type of production partner, manufacturer that you'll be excited about partnering with for your brand. And we're going to take a look at 3 products specifically that I've kind of pre-vetted today. So the first one is this white PC tower. Basically, you put, the motherboard in, you put all the other parts into the motherboard. The motherboard kind of screws in vertically to the side of the case typically, and plug it into the wall, plug it into your monitors, etc. That was a very short version of how to build your own computer. I know it's not for most people, but either way, if you own a computer, and I'm a big proponent of owning desktops, you're going to need a case. So everybody needs cases. Everybody needs computers, especially with so many people working from home, by the way. So yeah, this one is almost a no-brainer. Like, we almost don't even need to go to Amazon and validate the demand because, yeah, firsthand I know, actually, because last year I built a computer for my girlfriend Marielle, and we had trouble sourcing cases because they were in such high demand. The year before that, I upgraded my computer, swapped out the case for a new one. So yeah, this is already going to be a successful product that I pretty much know. Firsthand, we can see monthly revenue on similar products on Amazon. We've got, well, right at the top there, a product doing $48,000 in revenue a month. Underneath there, product doing, actually that's a full desktop, so a little bit misleading. This is actually, okay, never mind. It's pulling in some desktops themselves. So yeah, so the Amazon data is tough actually to see because it does get confused when you do a search. Like I searched for the word gaming desktop computer tower, and it's, when I sort Jungle Scout, it's pulling in a bunch of actually fully built computers, making it a little bit harder to gauge what we're actually trying to look for. Let's see. All right, I think I found better keywords for our research purposes. I just typed in computer case, and it looks like Amazon understands this a little bit better. I think the Amazon algorithm kind of figures out what to show to people based on what they search. So even if we come up with what should be the right keywords, if the majority of people that come and search and click something are going to click fully built out computers when we're trying to find cases and we specified tower, yeah, we may have to refine our keywords. So that's what I just went in and did. And it looks like this actually is working. So we see kind of at the high end here, $6,600 in monthly revenue for this first listing there at the top. And I mean, I don't know if that's even accurate because I really feel like they should be selling much, much more. I don't know, necessarily what it is. Like some of these BSRs too, the BSRs are under 200. So these revenue numbers should be much higher. I think something's up with Jungle Scout right now. So I'm actually going to close out of it. But you can see here, and they're also scarce, like one left in stock. And this computer case at the top here is selling for $180. Okay. So for reference here, we're sourcing a similar case that's also white, right? So there's massive upside there, a lot of profit potential that we can capture. And I know firsthand too, the white computer cases are in higher, or I don't want to say in higher definitively, but in my experience, especially trying to build my girlfriend's computer, I wanted to get her a white case. They were almost impossible to find. So the fact that we can source them from Sama, to me, is screaming potential, potential there. Here's another one with BSR of 13 and 10,000 reviews. So I don't know why the Jungle Scout data is not accurate. This should be making much, much more than $10,000 a month, right? I mean, they wouldn't need to sell very many at all to crack that number. So let's see what, I'm going to run Jungle Scout just on this listing. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's working. It's just coming up with a dash. So for whatever reason, we're not getting the projections that I normally like when I'm doing some research, but obviously this is also just our first glimpse into the research phase. I'm a lot more meticulous when it comes to actually crunching numbers and whatnot. I'm in the spreadsheets, and I wouldn't put all my eggs in one basket without making sure that Jungle Scout data is working one day, because I do prefer to use that in my research process and validation process as well when it comes to the numbers. All right, the next product we're going to take a look at, similar product actually, another PC gaming case, and this one's super cool because, and I mean, it's got the LED fans in there, which makes it look super cool in that mock-up. Those LED fans, while I personally don't use any, of course, everybody knows probably somebody that does. I ended up buying my girlfriend an LED, rainbow color keyboard But that's basically the extent of what she has. But I've got friends who have like the full LED. They got the keyboards. They put other little lights behind their monitors. Of course, the case, similar to this. The case might have some LEDs in it. The LED fans, and with the see-through panels on there, you can see the LED lights that are in the components inside the computer. You can put them, on the power supply. You can put them on just about everything, it seems like these days. So that's really cool. We already know that's popular. Probably don't need to do more research on Amazon for the case because it is similar to the ones that we already see. For instance, here's one right here selling for quite a bit, $105.99. So that's a lot of profit potential there as well if we were to launch this product, and a lot of positive reviews, which is always a good sign. And I'm sure we could go into those reviews, see what people like, what they don't like, and see if like we can improve on the overall design or the components in some way, shape, or form with the product that we ultimately launch with Sama as our manufacturer. And the last product we're going to be taking a look at is the Gold ATX power supply. Now, all desktop computers need a power supply. I actually think I am using a Sama produced power supply in this computer that I'm recording on. I said that a second ago, but when I saw it, I was like, I messaged my buddy who I built it with. I was like, dude, is this the power supply we used? Because I can't find the list of parts that I bought, but this certainly strikes a node in my mind, like my memory node or something. So I think it actually is the same one. No joke. I mean, it looks just like these. And I believe I have a 1,000-watt power supply. And it looks like this model right here is a 1,000-watt power supply. So let's take a look at what these are selling for on Amazon. It looks like, again, the data doesn't look to be reliable as far as the sales actually go. It's not, taking the BSR here, at least this is just me guessing, the BSR here in this category and doing the right projection based on the number of like reviews, for instance. It's saying that this is only doing a couple sales a month, yet it has 5,318 reviews. Something doesn't add up. But you can see here, power supplies, the BSR's very low. And yeah, this is a popular product year round for as long as people need computers, which I personally wouldn't project the demand for computers. And by extension, computer pieces dropping off anytime soon. Power supplies are going to be, they're going to be around, right? Nothing works without the power supply working. And also, this could be seen as a potential benefit if you're selling them. If you're just a user, you probably wouldn't consider it a potential benefit, but sometimes they crap out. And if they crap out, you could sell multiple to the same person who hasn't even upgraded their computer. I know this firsthand because, way back in the day, that first computer that I hand built back in high school, the first issue that I had to debug with it was the power supply eventually burnt out, and I had to go buy a new one after figuring out what the actual problem was. Ultimately did figure it out. So, more sales potential there because it is kind of accepted that, hey, these power supplies don't last forever. Guys, how about that for a company profile for Sama? I'm excited to see what's possible. Also, just so you know, again, you can get up to 10% off if you end up placing an order with Sama, if you end up moving forward with them as your supplier. All you got to do is on their page, contact the supplier. There's a button right here above my head, that big contact supplier button. Reach out, talk to them, negotiate, ask them for more information about their company, their products, etc. They're running a great deal right now as a part of the Alibaba.com Elite Partner event. So definitely check it out. All the links you'll need will be in the description below, and have a good night.